Good evening, everybody. So today's math was really easy. And now we're going to take a look at how we can interpret remainders. Now, when we do this activity, it can be just as easy, but we need to pay attention to key details. And I'm going to bring that to your attention this evening. So when we interpret remainders, what we're doing is, when we solve a division problem that has a remainder, then you have to look at the situation and the question that's being asked to determine how you will use your remainder in the information finding process. So let's go ahead and look at the first way that we will do that. So the first way is we could possibly write our remainder as a fraction. For example, Kylie had a board that is 60 inches long. She wants to cut 8 shelves of equal length from the board and use the entire board. How long will each shelf be? Well, we would take the 8 shelves, we would divide it into the 60, of course, and we will have 7 remainder of 4, just like you see right here. But this is the key. We're not going to just write 7 remainder of 4 because we have to tell how long it is. In order to do that, we would take our remainder and write it as a fraction, making it 7 4/8 or 7.5 inches long. The reason why we do that is because we're trying to find out how many equal parts each item is being divided into. In order for us to do that, then we must write it the way you just see right here. Way number 2, and we'll look at this more in class tomorrow. Way number 2, sometimes we're going to just drop the remainder altogether because the remainder is not important in answering the question. Let's look at our second one. Callie has 60 beads. She wants to make 8 identical bracelets and use as many beads as possible on each bracelet. How many beads will be on each bracelet? Basically, what we're wanting to know is how many equal beads will be on the bracelets. We don't care how many are left over. In this particular case, we know that she'll have, using the same number, we would divide 8 into 60. You'll have 7 with a remainder of 4. But what's left over doesn't really matter because we're just trying to find out how many beads will be on the bracelet. And that means that there will be 7 beads on the bracelet. In this particular case, we drop the remainder altogether. But let's take a look at how we can add 1 to the quotient. In other words, we kind of like want to round it up or estimate it up by 1. So let's take a look. Callie has 60 beads and she wants to put 8 beads in each container. How many containers will she need? Well, she has 7. You take it again and you're going to divide 8 into 60 because she has 8 beads in each container. She'll use 7 containers for sure, but she'll have 4 left over. What do we do with the 4 left over? We're going to have another container in order to house those leftover beads. And so that means we need a total of 8 containers to hold all of the beads. So what we did is we just added up 1 container that's necessary in order to be able to house that. Now, we only use the remainder in certain instances. For example, Callie has 60 stickers. She wants to give an equal number of stickers to 8 friends. She will give the leftover stickers to her sister. Now the question is, how many stickers will Callie give to her sister? We don't particularly care how many she's giving to her friends, but we want to know how many she's going to have left over. That's the number that we're dealing with. And in this particular case, again, we're using the same numbers, which is 60 divided by 8. And when we do that, we just looked at how many she had left over that she's going to give to her sister, which are 4 actual stickers. Okay? Now, what I want you to do is I want you to look at this video again, look at the 4 different ways, and be prepared for class tomorrow so that you can be able to choose the way to best solve your problems that you will have in class. Have a good evening.